Failure feels heavy. It feels like a wall that keeps getting taller. You try once, and it does not work. You try again, and it still does not work. After some time, you start to believe something is wrong with you. But failure is not the end. It is only a test. Sometimes people fail many times. Not one or two times, but again and again. And still, nothing changes. That is when most people stop. That is when they give up. But sometimes something small happens. Not a big miracle, not a sudden success. Just one small decision. And that one decision changes everything. Because the real change does not come from luck. It comes from thinking differently. It comes from choosing differently. Failing 10 times is not what breaks a person. It is what they believe after those failures that matters. There was a person who kept trying to improve life. Each attempt felt like the right one at the start. One day, a new plan, full of energy, full of hope. But after a few days, things slowed down. Focus was lost. Distractions came in. And slowly, everything stopped. Then again, another attempt, another plan, another promise to do better. But the same thing happened. This cycle repeated many times. Each time, the excitement became weaker. Each time, the disappointment became stronger. After many failures, this person started to feel tired. Not just physically, but mentally. Thoughts like this started to appear. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should stop trying. And honestly, stopping felt easier. No more pressure. No more disappointment. But deep inside, something still wanted change. Something refused to fully give up. One day, instead of starting another big plan, this person made a very small decision. Not a big goal. Not a complicated strategy. Just one simple decision. I will not try to do everything. I will only do one small thing today. And I will do it no matter what. That was it. No pressure to be perfect. No pressure to change everything in one day. Just one small step. That day, the task was completed. It was simple, but it was done. The next day, the same thing. One small step. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. But the rules stayed the same. Do one small thing. Do not skip. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, something started to change. Confidence came back. Not suddenly, but little by little. The mind became calmer because there was no pressure to be perfect. And most importantly, this person stopped quitting. That one decision changed everything. Not because it was powerful, but because it was consistent. The long-term impact of that one decision was huge. Life did not become perfect. Problems did not disappear, but something stronger was built. Discipline. And discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel nothing. But discipline does not depend on feelings. It depends on action. That one small decision created a new habit. A habit of showing up, even on bad days, even when there was no energy. And that changed everything. Because success is not about one big moment. It is about many small moments, done again and again. Failure started to look different. It was no longer something to fear. It became something to learn from. Each failure gave a lesson. Each lesson made the next step better. And over time, progress became visible. Not fast, but real. That is the truth most people ignore. They want big results quickly. They want everything to change in one day. But real change is slow, and that is why it lasts. The biggest lesson here is simple. Failing many times is not the problem. Stopping is the problem. If you keep changing your approach, if you keep learning, if you keep taking even the smallest step, you are still moving forward. That one decision to stay consistent, to focus on small actions, to not quit, is what creates real success. You do not need 10 perfect plans. You do not need perfect conditions. You only need one decision, a decision to continue, even when it feels slow, even when it feels pointless. Because one day you will look back and you will realize that the moment everything changed was not when you succeeded. It was when you decided not to give up anymore,